We are the love the Oh, you guys meet me over there. There you go.
Good morning, everybody. It is a nice, brisk.
I saw Barbara Pritchard. I'm doing the Barbara Pritchard.
It is a nice, brisk morning.
The sound is still low, somebody said, but you want me to yell? I'll yell.
Trina,
That will help.
you don't want to hear that.
They've opened up the can of worms. I'm especially shiny today, I feel like.
Well, you're very red.
I don't know.
And I look like Casper. Like this, we've got this monitor that's in like 92D.
We can see a little bit too clearly ourselves.
We can see every wrinkle. It's not a good thing.
We don't have any wrinkles.
Oh, that's right.
If they don't have mirrors, it's their own homes. It's like, Bethany.
Bethany.
Durham. That's
nice.
nice.
Discover what you look like.
I know. Well, good morning, everybody. It's good to see you all.
Well, we just did in such clarity.
We'll stop reacting to the way we look on TV. We just maybe did less of us and more of the amazing stuff.
Oh, you.
Oh,
it's more of your big fat face on the TV.
I'm not going to go to that slide.
Yes, go to that slide.
We've got some great guests today. We got a lot of good market information, some upbeat conversations we want to have. I know we started a little bit weird, but I am really excited. The market is off to a great start.
Such great feedback and movement and numbers and all the things.
We'll talk about all those things, but I guess Eric can do this first.
I'm going to do it. Congratulations to our wonderful fearless leader. Now, this is as nice as I'm going to be to him today, so everybody take note. He was ranked as number 117 on the Swampole 200 power poll and by T360. And last year he was 140. So he grew.
Not that I know what number it was. I did have to look it up.
I'm just going to say he grew. I'm not going to say in what direction he grew, but we're going to go. His rankings grew. And so super excited of the representation that he does with us. He's speaking on the national circuit. He is doing not only our VAR, NAR, all of our events. He's serving on the Bright Board. He is really trying to make moves in our industry to represent us in our voice and a sense of clarity and honestly sensibility in how we do real estate. So super excited. Everybody do the golf slap.
This is awkward.
This is as nice as I'm going to be to him today. And now I'm going to go back to being mean.
If you're not first, you're last. I appreciate that, Jess, and I got to move up.
Yes.
So
here's for you a set of steak knives.
So I will say a couple things. I said this is the weekend update, guys. I just get the credit sometimes for stuff like this, but this is because of the force that our brokerage has become across the nation, obviously across the region, but gaining this national notoriety. So national notoriety, I don't think those words work together.
I think it's fine. You just did it.
There you go. But I appreciate it, and the only reason I care about this is because it continues to build brand notice and brand reputation and continued the excellence that you all
the level of professionalism
are displaying out there every day. Bleeds through, and I get some of the credit nationally for leading this company. So I appreciate that, and this stuff's cool for that reason. But outside of that, I'm just thankful for all of you all. If it's interesting enough to you all, actually, just dropped yesterday. There is a new podcast that Housing Wire put out yesterday, and it's on the Real Trending podcast. It's a video podcast as well, and it's an audio podcast. But I did get into some controversial topics. While you're in the interview, you think, I'm just saying stuff amongst a friend, and then you put it out later, you're like, uh-oh.
You're like, oh, crap, I said that out loud.
Some people might not like me that much, but I went after a couple things like Clear Cooperation and Compass and a couple other things. But if anybody's interested in that 30-minute listen that is out there, we'll send that link out on social today as well. Just dropped late yesterday afternoon. So, all right, let's get my picture up the screen. We've got lots of other rock stars. We have lots of other classes. Just a reminder, we've got co-star classes. We've got contract classes. We're putting tons of Lindsey Jumpstart she did on Monday. We're putting great stuff on the Samson Properties YouTube channel and then our Samson University all the time. So look for the latest updates on the Cardinal Nest and YouTube for that. The other thing we just put up was this morning was all of our top producers for December. All the 118 people that joined us in December, which is amazing. Like new family members last month. Some of you are already in this Zoom, so I'm excited to see you guys in here already. And then the other thing we did was 629, I think. Cardinal title transactions. 633. Cardinal title transactions. that you all brought in December. We
rock on, Sam fam.
So
love that.
Congratulations and thank you to all that. Look for those separate videos. They were in the email we sent out yesterday. They are on our YouTube channels now. We'll post those on socials probably today as well.
You know, and as a little sneak peek, we're going to have a new look and feel to our Samson University coming soon.
Uh-oh.
Donnie hasn't seen it yet.
I actually haven't seen it yet. So a lot of shit and all,
but our team has done a fantastic job.
Justin hopefully did.
Justin and Shafi, our web developer, and has been working in conjunction with Melissa and Kelly to really hone in those videos and hone in the way people learn and a display of that information for agents to find really easy videos, much easier than our current Samson University. So, and it's the way people now like to find out their information, which is, it has a YouTube look and feel to it, which is how everybody finds out how to, I don't know, fix their washing machine when it breaks. They go to YouTube.
YouTube and ChatGPT.
Absolutely. You know? So that is coming soon to a TV near you.
It is crazy how much, and you know, I'm glad to have said back here.
We were talking about that last night at dinner.
If anybody's seen me, not us, you apparently and your kids, I'm assuming.
But me and my girlfriends, I went to Proof Kitchen in Manassas. New pots I love. So good.
But how much chat and YouTube help us nowadays? Friday, sprained my ankle really bad playing basketball, and the amount of chat, you know, tips and YouTube tips I've got about ankle care has been fantastic. So anyway,
it's amazing.
Tomorrow, this is not a Samson thing, but because we did that Riz Media all day events thing, which hopefully a lot of you guys tuned into, and
thanks for taking part with the team there.
Yes, yeah, I go on the panel. Everybody gets all free access,
I love it,
which was great. So hopefully you guys logged into that. If you did, remember you've got free access to all those replays you can watch at any point. Well, during Brian Buffini's opener, he gave some great stats, but he also teased this thing they've got tomorrow. So 12 to 2 p.m., free event, Brian Buffini and his crew. It doesn't mean you have to be all Buffini all the time, and a lot of people on here believe in Buffini, and so I love a lot of things he teaches. But you can log into this tomorrow, 12 to 2. You can RSVP. Free coaching, free yearly set, best year, but it's a lot of great tips.
Good mindset reset, good focus.
Look, I'm obviously trying to get you to sign up to do his stuff, but even if you don't want to sign up for his full classes, you know, you're going to get 2 hours of great insight into the real estate market and one of the leading companies in the world, obviously, and what they think is going on and best advice. So I love it. Tune in tomorrow if you have the time to get that great teaching.
Yes.
So this is a save the date. Now, I hesitate to even put this up here.
Yeah, but we need to explain it.
Yes. You'll see some stuff going on about our award ceremony. Unfortunately, we don't have the funds to rent out Capital One Hall for 6,000 people to all come to our Capital One Hall or to come to our event.
Oh, Kelly, thank you. You'll be watching from Libby Mill. Thank you.
Someday on the award ceremony. But someday we will get there. We'll be renting out MCI Center.
We will.
MCI Center, I just said.
Oh, wow.
That's like 6 days ago for the
so dated yourself.
For Capital One Hall. But that guy's some Metamucil.
Sorry, that was
so February 26th. Save the date. We only can get about 300 people in the room. So we unfortunately can't invite everybody, but we will start to send those invites out probably next week. I'm guessing our goal is by the end of the week, but I'm going to tell you next week because that gives us some leeway here. But why don't you circle that February 26th on your calendar if you think you might be coming to the awards ceremony.
So we are going to stream and put on for you guys to watch the award ceremony. We're going to do it. So what we've done in years past, because we've run into this face issue, is we filmed the entire thing and then we've had an award ceremony streaming afterward, which is fun. So you get to see all the prop and circumstance. We will be recognizing any production over $5 million. So
or 10 transactions.
Or 10 transactions. We will be calling your name out. We will be recognizing you. But you will not, unfortunately, be invited. The people that are going to be in the room are going to be those big top teams. Think our leaderboards. Those are the people that are primarily going to fill the room that day due to their volume. And, you know,
and it's not just their volume. It's also we give a lot of Cardinal title awards too. So it's not just
volume and production. There's a lot of other ancillary awards too that we fill the room with. So those seats go quick, but we don't want you to feel offended. We love each and every one of you. We are space constrained.
Yes, not a lot of 1,000-seat auditoriums.
No, one day, friends.
One day we will recognize everybody over 10 transactions or 5 million, and you'll be able to watch that video back, and we'll have lots of fun.
And we will hoot and holler for you.
There you go. All right, so
I'm
summarize.
so excited about this.
So, Sarah, let's talk.
I'm gonna do the lead up for you, and then I'm gonna let you go exciting at the end. So, guys, we had 47 office locations in 2025. We opened up or did a complete refresh of 8 new offices.
Refresh meaning move to a new location.
We moved to a new location, or we did a refurb build out like we did in Fredericksburg, where we opened up new space, where we did this space there. So our facilities team has been very busy. This monster has been served by 159 total employees, 43 of whom were hired as brand new employees in 2025. So welcome to all our new staff. We recruited 1,391 new agents in 2025.
Woo! 1,391. That's a big number.
That is a big number. Go licensing and recruiting teams.
Yes.
We hold right now 9,000 short of 300 licenses in our licensing department.
That's not how many realtors we
No,
have.
that is
multiple states.
Multi-state jurisdictions. If you have a Maryland, D.C., Virginia, that counts as 3. So we're holding just shy of 9,300 licenses.
And just shy of 6,500 realtors.
Yeah, 6,500 realtors. That one missed off this thing.
Yeah.
We have 37, just almost 38,000 help desk tickets that you guys as agents sent into our help desk for resolve. And those were closed out in 2025 with a turn time of just shy of 3.4 hours, whereas we would love to have it in 15 minutes. 3.4 hours is less than our benchmark of 4-hour resolve. So we're super excited about that. We held
And just so you know, we threw some things actually this year to institute some AI and a lot of other things that will actually hopefully cut this way down.
Absolutely. We'll talk about that shortly.
Some AI and some bots and some really cool stuff we're going to put on the Cardinal and some other stuff.
We're going to rename our bot Donny Bot. So if it gives you a dumb answer, you're going to think it's Donny.
His name's going to be Sarah, but go ahead.
All right. So we taught or held classes or events 242 times. You're supposed to say that's quite a few events.
That's quite a few events.
Okay. He's not paying attention to me.
Well, I was actually...
He's reading?
I got distracted. I look at the top row and the pictures up there and see if anything's going on interesting.
I do the same thing when we're talking. Like,
I did the same thing when you were talking. 242 classes.
Events and classes held.
So, guys, for in context, there's only 250 working days of a year or something to that effect. So
yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So we also did 763 hours of coaching. So that's many of you being coached up to learn and do better and be held accountable. So fantastic. We printed over 12,000 print orders that you all sent into the help desk. So thank your flyers, your booklets, your postcards. 12,000 orders. That's not pieces, that's orders. We held over...
At 200 each, it's 2.5 million pieces. I don't know exactly the average, but
Go Print Center!
If that was 200 pieces each, which I think the average is probably a little higher, 200 is kind of our baseline. So there's a lot of orders that were more than that. That's 2.5 million pieces that we put out.
Yes, so super excited. And then when you look at community events, when you look at Samson Cares and what we did, we provided over 25,000 meals last year to Samson Cares. We did over 100 events from between offices and collecting food, the toy drives and such. We collected 1,300 toys to pass out. That one didn't hit the slide, but 1,300 toys to pass out. Just guys, we are doing amazing work as a community, as a company moving forward. We paid over $288 million in commissions, which averaged out $1.15 million of commission paid daily. So it doesn't matter if that is down season or busy season. We paid over $1 million in commission every day to our agents. So big, wonderful snapshot.
All at 100% commission, I mind.
Yes, it's 100% commission.
So cool stuff. Now I see that Debbie's jumping ahead there, and that was the next slide. Now,
yes,
you get the number correct.
There we go.
So for 2025, we sold 12.2 billion in homes, 22,188 transactions, over 9,000 listings, almost 13,000 buy sides. We're at about a 58-42 clip at our company typically. And people, to do the math, that average sales price was 552, 540 across our whole footprint, from Richmond to Baltimore to West Virginia to all over the place. That's an average sales price. Now look, That's probably not 100% correct. I'll tell you why, because some of you guys do some off market. There's some stuff that we're just never going to be able to count 100% correctly, but I think that's the best. No, I've been doing through all the systems, and those are the numbers we're going through. This is what we reported to Real Trends. We will slow roll and announce this on social as well for everybody, but I wanted you guys to hear it first. We did some of this in the weekend update, and we're doing it here as well. But amazing stuff. I should have the percentage above, and when we post this on social, we'll put the increase we had year over year. But it's a good increase in a market that was flat or down. We were up 10 to 15.
It was flat down.
With it. It was either flat or down, depending on how you wanted to see it.
Words ran together, yes.
But
this is all of you guys. This is all of your hard work and everything that you're doing every day to elevate us and to continue to promote our name out there in such a great way. So kudos.
Awesome stuff.
Kudos, guys.
So great stuff. We will share this on social here. We'll share some of our number ones for the year as well in conjunction with that. So we're going to roll this through.
We are so proud of
I don't want to do them all in one day. We'll probably roll them over a period of the next week or two with some of our announcements.
With a little lead up and some drama.
So that you can do a bunch of these sharing and really be proud of all the things that we've accomplished this year as a Sam fam. This, like Sarah said, look, I didn't sell any of those homes. There's 22,000 homes. So this is all you all and your hard work out there. Rocking and doing the hard stuff every day. So we all want to share in that success and want to make sure that we're putting that out so you guys can all share it and be proud of what we're doing. All right, with all of that, I want a reminder later, you guys all got to prepare to talk. Some of you, this is your first meeting, second meeting, because we've had so many new faces. This is going to be interactive. It's not Sarah and I talking at you the whole time. We got a guest. We're about to pop in here, give a couple tidbits from top producers, but then we're also going to have some you all participating. So be ready. What's that?
Collab.
Oh, jeez. Todd can't come in with a normal name.
Dewey Oxburger. Because look, we have enough time staying focused up here that then we get Todd Colash across the top with a crazy name.
That's the national.
National Trust.
That's awesome.
All right. Let's introduce our first guest here. So we're excited. We have an announcement to make.
Yes, we are super excited. So Nik joined our management team last year as our managing broker in our McLean office. And he accepted the position as of January 1 to be our director of commercial operations. So we are super excited to have Nik join us. He is just a wealth of mentoring and training and always reaching out to help agents in Maryland, D.C., Virginia. So he is licensed in all 3 jurisdictions and always just super helpful. So we've asked him to step up and do some work with our commercial to help you train you guys on that, as well as to lead our McLean office. And today he is going to join us to give us some tidbits of knowledge. So welcome, Nik. Good morning.
Morning. How are you?
We're doing fine. How are you?
Doing well. The snowstorm this weekend.
I know.
You know,
Nik's
watch that.
Nik's also burying the lead a little bit because he's sitting down low at a Zoom right now.
Yes.
And if you meet Nik later, you're going to be a little bit surprised.
He's like 6'9".
Nik is a giant of a man who played college basketball.
Yes.
Right? So,
how tall are you, Nik?
6'8".
I was close at 6'9". Yeah, so 6'8".
He's got me just nipped. I'm 6'7".
Donny, I was going to tell you.
He's got me by this.
What'd you
I was
say?
going to tell Donny go put his foot in the ice bucket. You'll be okay in a couple of days.
Right?
Thanks, Nik. I appreciate the advice.
Exactly.
Well, Nik, what other than just being tall?
What tips are you dropping on us today, Nik?
Let's come share some great stuff about commercial. You said you were going to drop some tips for us today.
Yeah, so, we have, like Donny and Sarah mentioned, a little bit under 6,500 agents. The tips I wanted to share is about how us as residential agents, which we mainly focus on residential, are really in the front lines when it comes to the commercial industry, because a lot of our clients are business owners, they're investors. We also, customers going to, using our CPAs, financial advisors, going to nail salons, getting massages. So we really are in the front lines. And I think if we all look at our database, I believe we're going to have, 15, 20% of our clients that are business owners that we can actually turn into more deals and more closings on the commercial side. So I would highly recommend, if you do want to get into commercial real estate, start with your sphere. That's usually the easiest. And then if you want to reach out and learn how to get more business in, other industries or asset classes, then we can come up with the business plan using the tools that we have, like CoStar, LoopNet, Cracksy. But I, just talking about an example of how I started in commercial real estate. my first deal that was residential and commercial was a family moving from Texas to Virginia. And I helped them buy like a $1.4 million home. And then they're like, hey, Nik, we have a very successful online business. Can you help us find an industrial location? So within 2 weeks from closing their house, we also found them a 5-year lease for an industrial deal within the same time. So that really opened my eyes because there's so much opportunity out there for us to learn, to get more business and to build those relationships where why can't we be the asset to be the residential expert, to learn commercial, help them on that aspect, and then do what we do best. We always refer, people in the industry, whether it's lenders or roofers or plumbers, we're there to be an asset. With the role that, I'm taking as the director of commercial operations, you guys can reach out to me with any questions regarding commercial real estate. Starting next, I would say March 1st, I'm going to be hosting monthly meetings in commercial to try to build, the foundation of, the commercial knowledge. And we could talk more in the future, but I think it's a great opportunity. Samson has the great resources for us to succeed. And really just want to learn the foundations of commercial real estate, learn how to underwrite a property, learning how to review leases, not as an attorney, but just as, value to your clients. And then also the due diligence period. It's different than a residential transaction. We focus on a more in-depth due diligence process. We're not just hiring a home inspection company. But that's really it in terms of commercial real estate, in terms of tips for residential agents to start your sphere and see what we can do to get more clients.
I love it, Nik. And I think that the key is, guys, look, commercial it's been a scary word for people.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, it sounds cool, but I'm like afraid to do it. And I think Nik would be the first person to tell you, it's like, don't be afraid to jump in and learn. And Nik's going to be a great resource to help you do that. The other thing I would caution about is don't be afraid to go, but also don't jump in without a helper. Like you can mess up really poorly in commercial.
And commercial dollars are bigger, so the liability's bigger. So you definitely need that.
So grab Nik.
Yeah.
He will help you. Grab a partner. Grab somebody to help you lead the ropes. We don't have a mentor required program here at Samson, but we really would strongly encourage you to get a mentor in your first couple commercial transactions, whether it's Nik or somebody else great within our company. But there's the opportunity. We let you do both here at Samson. We've got great teachers, great helpers, and the idea of, look, use them. Don't be afraid of commercial, but don't jump in and do it without somebody because you will mess it up. And what the last thing you want to do is be in the middle of something where then you call Nik or then you call some of our other brokers like a Mike to help, and you're up a creek without a paddle. So
Right, and the number's big. So just, guys, I'm answering some chat questions. We do, Kellyanne, have...
Did I get your number? That's
Ooh, Nik. There we go.
Nick's and Mary and Nik, guys.
So just FYI, Nik's information is on the broker page. So
I know you asked it the other way, and I was just being funny.
And he's had some coffee this morning. So if you go to the broker page on Cardinal Nest, there is Nik's information there with the other brokers. And yes, we do have access to LoopNet and CoStar at a reduced price discount. There is a 3-month, I want to say, commitment to that when you sign up.
Sarah, can I jump in on that real quick?
Absolutely, Nik.
Hank and I and Noble, we're actually negotiating with CoStar right now. We need to negotiate and get as many people signed up by February 1st. So if you do have interest, please let us know. Our current rate that we have now that's expired this month is $3.99. The goal is we keep it at the same cost and they don't increase our fees. So if you do have interest, please notify me. My email is in the chat and we can add you to the list.
Awesome.
Nik, what is that going right out to the public without a Samson deal? Do you know?
It's somewhere around $500 to $600.
So we're getting
It
basically
could be
40
more if you have like one agent and you're like fully owned. It is a 12-month commitment.
Never mind, I did the math. It is a 12-month commitment.
Can we talk about your bathroom? Yeah. Nik said it's $3.99. And she goes, in the public, it's $500-$600. So goes, so it's like 40%.
Look, Mama, I haven't had enough coffee. Shut it.
Not quite 40%, but it's a discount.
It is a big discount. It's a big discount.
Reach out to Nik if you're interested in getting on that list.
Yes.
Get you on our bundled subscription as well.
And MJ, I agree with you. I would rather focus on residential and and refer out, because Nik does a great job with commercial and Noble and others to refer it out to them. But there are people that would love to go down that path. And I think Nik's going to do a great job teaching those classes.
At a minimum, then look, if you've got somebody to refer out and he said, how do I know if I'm referring somebody good? Talk to Nik. He's either going to help him or he'll find somebody great within our commercial team. He knows all of our commercial agents, and it's not necessarily for him, but he can find you a great partner that's
depending on where they're at and what they're focused on, because commercial's so specialized.
Yep. So, Nik, great stuff. Good to see you today. I think your email box might blow up a little bit. So
I know
about that, but that's good. We haven't always done the best job of making sure people know where to go for commercial and stay tagged in. So great to have you on the team now, Nik.
Thank you.
All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Nik, and we're gonna welcome in one of our other fantastic
Ashley.
Who's always does a great job of getting into our Zooms here, and sometimes we told her that she has to talk, and this time she's prepared to talk as opposed to
volunteering herself.
So, Ashley, thanks for hopping in. You lead the Kopecky real estate team, and you are in our beautiful Lake Ridge office right now, I believe, correct?
Correct.
Awesome. So your team's been crushing it out there consistently for years, and I'm going to stack another good year this year. But what tips have you brought to share with the masses today?
Yeah, super, super excited. Hopefully this is going to be an amazing year. I just wanted to share a couple things. So basically just ways to touch base with your sphere and past clients in the January, February timeframe. So if you haven't already, one thing that I can't say benefits enough is mailing altas from last year's sales to your clients that you did transactions with. It's a great way to just say thanks, to let them know, hey, reminders for tax write-offs, all of that. So
I love that. You can put face and name right back in front of them. And many of you have not talked to them since last year.
And a lot of them forgot that there's some things out there they can write off with their taxes this year, right?
Yeah, so definitely try to do altas sometime in January after the holiday mail gets through the push. And then as you guys know, December, January, most property owners are getting their tax record assessments now. So they matter, guys. The taxes matter to the homeowners. This just positions you as a resource other than just their agent. It's timely, practical. I just went on a listing appointment this week, and the client that I'm just got is pulling out his tax record from last year and was like, hey, this is wrong. And I'm like, yes, they increase every year, unfortunately. But the reality is they do keep them for that reference. So just remember, this is not like a sales pitch. Put a cover letter, if you want to put a couple homes that have sold in there. One of the biggest things that I started doing more so in the past couple of years is we all use Real Scout, or we should be using Real Scout, because it's a great way. The database is amazing. So you can log in and see what your clients are looking at each day, properties they're viewing, and it also allows you to do that home value alert piece. What I love about it is that it shows them recent sales in the area. But one of the downfalls to that is that it does not present the equity that the clients have in the home. So just as another tidbit, I currently am paired with my preferred lender. We use HomeBot, and if you are connected with a preferred lender, you get it. I think I pay like, I don't know, $30-$40 a month, depending how many people are in there.
Oh, your lender should be paying that for you, Ashley.
Yeah, well, and he does. Yeah, so it's pricey by yourself, but definitely use your preferred lender and do that. And what it does is it mails out or emails out to them not only surrounding sales, but it tells them how long they've owned the property, how much equity they have in it. It gives them like the calculator, if you will, that says, if you want to refi, here's what it's going to cost you. Here's what you can take out. If you want to invest, here's what you can do with that money. And so I try to pull that with the tax record to send that out in addition to it, because it gives them that insight on what's sort of happening. Remember to keep it personal. Obviously, if you need to print your letters, but I try to handwrite everything. I know it's a lot, but you'll catch me at a ball field just handwriting envelopes all the time.
Love that. We're going to take you on the road with us to promote Real Scout. We love it.
Yeah, it's great. I do. I love getting the alerts and truly just being able to log in and see client activity every single day.
Stalking them and finding out exactly what they're looking at. Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody just cut that clip where she goes, I love stalking that. Put that on the internet.
That's fun.
Well, I love it, Ashley. It's just some simple tips to connect with your clients, reconnect your database, and it's so true. We go through these over and over again, but you've built up years now of success, and every year this business should get easier because you're adding 15, 20, 25, 30 raving fans that love the service that you brought, and they want to keep calling you, they want to keep referring you, but you've got to remind them that you're there, and you care, and you're providing some value.
Yeah, stay in front of them. That's the biggest thing you can do. And I mean, your year at a glance is big. I'm big on that. Every single month, I have at least 5 touch points every month, whether it's print mail, whether it's obviously email, monthly newsletter. A lot of people do the pop-ins. I think for me personally, I'm so far spread out. It's really challenging for me to do those drive-by pop-in pieces. So I try to hit it in other personal ways, right? Birthday cards, gift cards, the whole 9 to year.
I love it. I love it. Great tips, Ashley. All right. Anything else before we let you drive off into the sunset here?
All good.
Awesome. Well, keep up the hard work, and I appreciate all the tips today. And now everybody else gets to jump in, and I'm going to ask some of your guys' opinions here in our market discussion piece.
You need to go to the bottom and react. Raise your little hand.
Yes, raise your little hand. But I am really curious about this because we have been, God bless you, Miss Durham, over here on the side. We have been out at a lot of masterminds. We've been at a lot of HQs. We've got all these things that we get to go and connect with people, and we love it. But this is another great venue. We've got 200 of you on this call right now, and I want to hear from you all your open house traffic specifically for this weekend, because I'd love to hear, I haven't actually talked to anybody over this weekend. I talked to a lot of people last week about the previous weekend, but I want to know how your open houses looked this weekend, kind of where you were at, what your traffic looked like, and we'll drill down there. So somebody raise their hands. I can ask you some questions. I mean, if you want to put stuff in the chat, you can. But Davey Oxenberg had a $550,000 sterling townhouse. Oh, sorry. I can't read apparently. $550,000 sterling townhouse. Hold on. Unmute him.
I was doing the same thing.
Come on, hey, Dewey.
Are you serious?
No.
You're
on mute.
You're still muted.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you are. Now you're good.
Now you're.
Am I good?
Yeah.
It's probably on our side.
100.
Yeah, we had one. We're interior unit. We had an exterior unit priced a little higher, which was also priced properly. Ours was lower, priced properly, with less upgrades, and so I think it's the price range. But we had 40 private showings, 100 people through the open house, 7 total offers, no contingencies, kind of like the old days.
I love it.
It may be a one-off. We had the same thing last fall, and we didn't get an offer for a while, so you never know.
So you said you had the same thing last fall as far as the same amount of traffic or the same type of house?
No, it was not as much traffic, but it was a ton of traffic, but no offers for weeks, plural. That's what was weird about the fall.
Interesting. About 100 people, 40 private showings, 7 offers, and you were priced appropriately, but not
underpriced.
Not way under, nothing like that. Even if you say you were underpriced, my guess is it was the right move because 7 total offers drove it up higher than whatever you were listed at.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that feeds into some of the thoughts that I would have on what you're seeing out there. But anybody else got a story to share?
Thank you, Dewey.
Thank you, Dewey. I appreciate it.
That one may stick. The Johnny whatever didn't stick. Dewey may stick.
I like the Johnny one. I don't know if I missed one in the comments there, but anybody else about their open houses last weekend or the weekend before? I only want January the last 2 weeks, ideally, because I'll share some of the stories while people are getting brave enough to raise their hand. But we had a lot of, we were out and about hearing people that said the same houses in December didn't get any showings or had very little open house traffic, 0, 2, 3. Then they launched this dinner open house in January, and they were getting 15, 20, 16 people through open houses and, contracts and buyers coming back out. And the thought I wanted to lay in was this. We're talking about, yes, we normally get a rise in spring a little bit. We normally get a little bit of rise in January and February, and it starts to build every week, right? But the fact that last January, we were at interest rates that were on average 1.25% higher than we are right now. Like, I know that the low sixes, some stuff in the fives isn't as low as we would like it to be. But I'm doing the air quotes, like it to be. But maybe 6 isn't exactly what we want it to be. But if last January it was 7.25, well, that's a huge difference, right? So I think we're going to see a spring with people that are a lot more likely to be like, well, people get itchy in January. They want to start looking at Allison's. They've been thinking about it over the holidays. And now they're like, you know what? 6 is a good rate, you know? And if you are on the boat of saying, oh, but it could get better, well, look, go find the house you want right now, negotiate $10,000 of closing costs if you still can, and buy that rate down to 5.5% if that's the rate you want forever. So that's really, up to you. I don't know that you're going to be able to negotiate that $10,000 anymore. I think that window's closing based on what Todd just said or what Dewey just said, and what others I think are going to say. So anybody else that any open house stories in the last week or two that they can share with us before I invite in our next guest? Man, everybody's getting all shy today. 200 of you, and none of you did open houses the last 2 weeks. All right, here's my next tip, Ben. You want business? Go to an open house, right? The business doesn't fall from the sky, people. I'm going to tell you the story that a lot of you have heard a million times. Rest in peace, one of my favorite people of my entire life, Bernie Kagan, who was our vice president here before he retired and moved to Denver. Bernie Kagan was the pro's pro, right? Well, he was a career switcher. Late in life, he was the first Samson realtor behind my dad, so I guess second realtor at Samson. But he had been in the shoe sales business for years. Switching over at probably 45 or 50 years old, 3 kids, he had to hit the ground running and make income from day one. His first year in real estate, he did 52 open houses. Every single weekend, he did an open house. It did not matter what it looked like. He said, this is how I'm going to build my business. I don't have a ton of spendable income to just get into marketing. I'm going to be at an open house every Sunday, no matter what. Rain, snow, sleet, whatever it is, right? And he built a database and built up people that he met in that first year to last him a lifetime. He sold $30 million this is back in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
$1 million.
Prices for half of right now. He did $30 million a year every single year. And he would always, I can't do the bit without quoting him. I would say, you did $30 million every year. And Bernie would tell me, Dad, except that one year I did 40. That's what he would have told me, right? But he didn't do it by, buying a bunch of ads online, rolling up his sleeves and meeting people at open houses every week. And then he would use our print center and some of the things to leverage it. He was never a big buy online leads at, but it was the blocking and tackling, meeting people every Sunday. So
sales is a contact sport.
Exactly. If you're sitting at home and you're like, my 2025 wasn't what I wanted it to be, and I want to be better in 2026, then look, Sunday's game day.
Especially if you don't want to spend
Saturday's game day, especially if you don't want to go buy some type of marketing out there. But work your sphere of influence. Talk to the people that are around you and do open houses. They're free. There are tons of successful agents in this company that need people to do their open houses. Find the people around you that have all the listings. Make friends with them. Show them that you're going to do a great job doing their open house, right? And then do a great job doing their open house. I'm going to tell a brief story, and I know Carrie's waiting to come in here, but I'm on a roll. I had it 15 years ago when I was selling real estate, probably almost 20 years ago now. Jeez Louise, I'm getting old.
You said it.
I had, right? I was interviewing for a job in South Riding, a listing. And I was against 4 or 5 other people, and I knew that, again, rest in peace, Ron Rush was he was the big dog in town. And I knew Ron was one of the people interviewing against me. And I thought I'd nail it. It was going to be a great single-family house, $625,000, which today is probably $1 million, 1.1, right? And I was excited, and it all went well Wednesday or Thursday. And I went to check in Monday. I gave them the weekend because they were thinking about it. And the wife was very nice to me. But she said, Donny, we had already picked you. We were going to go with you. And then we stopped by one of your open houses this weekend because I had 4 or 5 listings on the market. And it wasn't me at the open house. It was another Samson realtor. And we stopped by your open house. And the agent was 10 minutes late. The agent didn't know anything about the house. She seemed bothered to be there. She didn't seem locked in. And we sat and we looked at what's going on. We didn't say we didn't say anything, but we walked away thinking, we can't hire Donnie because we don't know if that's what's going to happen to our open house. So here I lost out on the $625,000 sale. They were moving up. They were going to buy something 8, 900, $1 million, right? And it's because the person I put in the open house didn't do a good job. I say that to tell you that listing agents that do a lot of listings, they're thinking about that. So you have to show them why you're going to do a great job at the open house and do a great job. Know the neighborhood, know all the listings, know all the comps, be early, have signage, make sure that you have all the tips, talk to the listing agent at a time, have the top 10 things about the home, have anything they need to know. If you're really industrious, call and see if you can do a walkthrough with the seller on Friday. Say, look, I'm going to be doing the open house on Sunday. I want to know everything great about your open house. A 20 or 30 minute walkthrough with that seller to know what about the house is going to help you doing a tremendous job on Sunday at the open house. So if you do a great job, that listing agent will want you to do every open house for them. The Jamil brothers, I don't know if they're on this call or not, but Arsenal and Salad are some of our top producers. And their team did, I don't know, 70 million or something ridiculous last year, right? Well, 15 years ago, they had just joined Samson in 2010, 2011, and they did a couple open houses for me. And they did tremendous work. They were on it. They gave me great reporting. At 4:01, I had a report of everybody that came in that house, how it went, what their feedback was, positive and negative. Do you know why that was important? Because who calls you at 4:02 after the open house? You haven't finished picking up the signs yet. It's not as you haven't even left the house yet because there's still people in the house. The seller. The seller's going to call you at 4:02 or 4:04 to have the open house go. And if you're like, I don't know, let me call my guy and find out. Then you call him, you call back at 8 o'clock with a report. It makes you look bad. Saad and Arslan had a report in my email at 4:01 with everything that had gone on, good, bad, and indifferent. And then I thought they were so on it. They were the first 2 members of my team, and it helped launch their career because they're hard workers, not because of anything I did. But here they are 15 years crushing. So do a great job at open houses. And my first call every week was to Arslan and Saad and said, could you do this open house? These are the ones I've got. Which one do you want? And that's what I want you to think about is do a great job, find great listing agents out there because the power of listing agents out there watching, they're going to be the ones that say, look, I want trusted people in that open house. And I'm sure Lynn has classes on how to do a great open house on our thing. She's probably going to text in here now with the 3 classes she's done. Learn how to do a great open house, do a great open house, and then make sure that you find great listing agents to pair up with. That is where the business is, guys. People, you talk about Todd having 100 people through. How many of those people are in the market? How many of them don't have realtors right now? You know? Now, look, if you know you have a power open house like that too, and I'm not knocking Todd here, but Todd should have another button, and Rolf might have been more from his partner, but, pair up with somebody if you have a major open house. Make sure you talk to all these people. That was in Sterling, Denise, to answer your question. So there is so much business to be won out there. Right now, people are going to be poking around. You can create relationships at these open houses that become your next buyers and sellers. So I'm going to get off my soapbox now. All right. And you all are going to make sure that you participate after Carrie when I open it back up to more talking. Or else you guys to listen to me scold you some more about having an open house. Get off my soapbox. All right. With all that being said, I'm going to welcome in now Carrie Lindsey, our fantastic president at Cardinal Title Group. Welcome, Carrie.
Thank you, Donny. Good morning.
All right. Good morning. First thing we're going to do is we're going to dive into our capture rate. So for December, we had 48% of all of our buys. This is measuring buy sides of our transactions. We have 48% overall. 53% in Virginia, West Virginia, 47% in Maryland, DC. This is about where we've been, 48, 49, 6, 7. Depends on, sorry, couldn't put there. Percentage every month. This is broken out into region. And I think we've updated this chart. Sarah, did we update this? I know we've updated our internal charts. But I think we've put everybody on there now.
Yes, everybody's on.
So we put all the new offices. We're a little bit slow with some of them for a little bit there. But we've got everybody in their different regions now. I don't see Ellicott City.
Everybody's in the numbers. It may not be on the chart, but it's
Okay. All right, so everybody's in the numbers, but we'll make sure to get the chart with everybody's on there. But you can see Northern Virginia doing great. Central Virginia right above that line, which is good. Baltimore 30 is not great, but I think that's better. Was it lower before?
It was lower.
I think it was in the 20s. They might have been down in the teens at one time. So we're getting better. We're up to 30 there. DC Metro, Maryland Metro 42, and that now West Virginia 38. Guys, if we can work to get all of them close to that red line, that would be tremendous. Then the red line will keep going up because the more you all pour into Cardinal, the more you give them that there's chances to earn your business, the more we can continue to crush it here at Samson, right?
Yes.
There you
Right
go.
on.
I just said a lot of words in a row, so I apologize for that. So Carrie came in with actually a new topic to talk about, right?
I did, and it's a new topic. It's called FinCEN, and it's effective on March 1st. We are teaching about this at all the upcoming HQ2Us, and we have several lunch and learns, the first of which took place yesterday in Winchester, and we had a great attendance. So thank you, Katie, and thanks for everybody for coming out to Winchester yesterday. I'm just going to go briefly over what FinCEN is and what it means to you. This affects people purchasing property in the name of a trust or basically an LLC. And if they are paying cash or using a hard money lender, they are subject to this. So I'm not going to go into all the details today, but I just want to give you what these topics are so you can be aware of it and you can come to one of our classes and learn more about it. So we're doing this at all the HQ2Us and then lunch and learns at several different locations. And these are on the other slides that we have today showing where you can learn more about this, including one today in McLean.
There you go. There you go. And I've seen some of our great attorneys teaching about this at HQ2U. So it's another great reason to come out to HQ2U to get locked in on all this. If they can't make it to HQ2U, do we have this resource that's posted, at least this stuff?
Yeah, we do. This, what you see on the screen, we've sent out something similar, and we'll
Yes,
be following up
email.
by doing
I
that
do
as well.
remember that. I read it somewhere.
Yeah, you saw it in an email, and we're going to send other emails about it too. It goes into effect March 1st, so we're just trying to get ahead of it and educate everybody now, because we know so many of you are working with buyers purchasing money or purchasing property in the name of a trust or purchasing in the name of an LLC. So we just want to help you prepare since this goes into effect on March 1st, and it'll affect everything that closes from there forward.
Excellent, excellent. So what other exciting things do we have to share? I know Corey Lancaster raised a hand, so we're gonna get Mr. Lancaster up on the screen there. How you doing, Mr.? Oh, I love that background, Corey. Looking
Hey, Corey.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the time. Quick question or a quick recommendation while we got Title on the phone. I understand some new TOPA laws on the DC side have come out regarding the 2 to 4 units. And, DC is a mess with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to see if there's a way, because it affects title, obviously, that there's some kind of training that could be put into place. Even with the old laws, some of the stuff is still a little hazy to a lot of people. But I understand on January 1st, there's some law changes with the 2 to 4 units. I think it'd be helpful to everybody who has a DC license, especially, kind of with those new guidelines. I understand it is more beneficial for landlords. And maybe it's more like single family ones now. So,
a lot of pro tenant laws before.
Yeah, DC. Gotta love TOPA. Definitely, Corey. We will get that on the schedule. We're working on some lunch and learns for February and March for Maryland and DC. So we'll definitely add that to the schedule. It's a great suggestion, and things have changed.
thank you.
If you have a one-off question, Bruce Stern, our managing attorney for Maryland, DC, is fantastic. He's up on all the TOPA stuff. So I think if you're in the middle of something or if you've got a client, take the classes when they're offered out, but also you can always reach out to Bruce. And Drew is our great DC attorney.
Definitely, yeah.
Drew Kelly, both great resources who are on top of all the laws and can be a great resource to make sure that you're on top of your game and you don't give bad intel to people, right?
Right on.
There you go. One other thing I wanted to mention is, we put up the Maryland, the Baltimore and some of the other Maryland ones, and we wanted to get up to the line a little bit on capture rate. And one thing that's been really exciting in the last maybe 30, 60 days is we've hired a lot of great staff up there to really help support you in Maryland. So every time I meet with Carrie, it's always like, we've hired this person in Maryland, we've hired this person in Maryland. So thank you for some of your referrals. We're still working through some of them to help get great people for you. That is one thing that I think we've done really well the last 36 days behind the scenes, right? Because we've had some fantastic employees.
We've got some great people, some new processors in Maryland, some of whom will be in the office, some will be remote. We have a great processor for Richmond who will be sitting in the Libby office who started this week. We have so many fantastic new hires. We're really excited about it. We've really got the best and brightest coming on board.
Yes, love that. And for those that also missed the announcement, we have a new state that we can do closings.
We do. Welcome to Pennsylvania.
So we can do our Pennsylvania closings now in case people missed that email. And I forget the email box. Was it
PA contracts.
PA contracts?
At Cardinal Settlement Group.
PA contracts, and it is on our website as well, but PA contracts at cardinalsettlementgroup.com. If you have a contract, we can process Pennsylvania closings. We have a great employee now for Pennsylvania that can close those, process and close those files. So we're excited about being able to offer Cardinal in another state now.
Yes. Well,
Slightly different name because y'all would be titled
yes. Yeah.
Title Group in there. So it's Cardinal Settlement Group in Pennsylvania. All these rules across states are PA contracts at cardinalsettlementgroup.com.
And we have a great person there.
Did all pass our
That's a great question. Oh,
we were getting past Bethany's mute
yeah.
wall. So PA contracts at cardinalsettlementgroup.com. Maybe you said
And we have Candy Weaver, our Pennsylvania expert. We're thrilled to welcome her to Cardinal. She'll be handling all of our Pennsylvania contracts, and we are really excited about having someone who's a PA expert on staff.
Yes, we already have a few contracts in. And
We do.
Closing now. So
We do.
excited about that.
Love it.
Again, thank you to Cardinal Voice to have this Cardinal Trends reports every Friday. They're super valuable, not only because they keep us on top of the market, but there's a lot of data that puts into that. Whereas we've seen a couple other title companies try to do it, and they're like, with our 8 contracts this week, well, we're putting like 160, 180, 200 contracts, and that's real data that we can use there. Carl Carrington, our PA office location, which we're going to officially announce here in the next couple of days. We're waiting for the board to officially approve us. We'll be in Greencastle, PA, but it's not technically a Samson location yet. We're waiting for board approval on that, but we do have all the pieces in place. So right now, the PA, if it was going to close tomorrow, would have to close in an alternate location or one of our Maryland offices that are close by. But we will have a PA location within days. Sarah just said off mic, I'm hoping this week. We put in the application 30 to 45 days ago, and they're just taking their sweet time. So, but we should have some news on an actual grand opening and some official announcements on that here in the next couple of days. But we will have a physical location in Pennsylvania you can close that, but we can handle them all now and then figure out the best place to close for everybody.
Yeah. We'll work with you to figure it out. We're thrilled to have this Pennsylvania contract. So thank you in
We
advance.
could probably still use that office to close right now, for sure. That's actually where Candy's sitting every day, even if it's not a Samson location quite yet. Cardinal has space there. Right? Sure. Carrie's like, sure. Do you know how often I say something? Carrie looks at her, she's like, sure.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, works good enough. Good enough, right? Well, thank you to Carrie. Thank you all for your
Thank you.
support of Cardinal Title Group. We cannot do it without that. And she has an amazing team that's getting stronger every week. And I would encourage you, if you have not given her a chance yet, give her the opportunity to give them an opportunity to earn your business.
Yes, thank you, Donnie. We closed over 600 contracts in December, which is amazing for December. So thank you, everybody,
Crazy.
for trusting us.
And do you know the number off the top of your head? And I don't want to quote it wrong, so I won't. Do you know the number for last year?
No, I don't. Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, and I don't want to get
I know, same. Yeah, I can guess, but I don't want to.
I should have had it up. But it's not 100,000. A little bit less than 100,000, Bethany. No, it was I don't want to quote it wrong.
Yeah. Next meeting, we'll have an exact number. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're really, thank you, everybody. We appreciate it. We had a great year.
Yeah, I want to say it was around 7,000, but I don't want to throw a number out there. But I did. Well, there you go.
Your number
Thank you,
matters.
Carrie.
Thanks, everybody. Have
We'll
a great
see. If I'm wrong, then we'll post it soon here. Thank you for all your support, Cardinal Title Group. And we're going to, whatever it is, we're going to do 25% more next year. We're going to crush it. There you go. Carrie yelled, yeah, as we went off the market. All right.
She went off the market.
As she went off the market. I'm locked in today, baby.
Oh, we got this,
I'm
friend.
shiny and locked in. All right, staying in the market. I want to hear from you guys. What do you see in the first 2 weeks? You guys were so shy before, and Sarah's going to start going through all your pictures over here and start volunteering on people.
I am not shy to volunteer, you friends.
But I am really, really excited. I think that the market's been just off to a great start here. I wanted to show, unfortunately, they're not in the slide deck here. I wanted to show you, if you didn't watch the the weekend update that I put up last Friday, the stats were tremendous. We had 25% more showings in the DC metropolitan area this week than we had last year at this same week. 25%. It was like thousands more showings than we had last year in the same week. So that was super powerful to me. And that message was across all the footprints that we do in that update. So to me, that tells me something that, with the buyers are out. That, yes, we've had a little bit more inventory, which is great, because the complaint last year at this time was buyers are coming out, but they don't have anything to buy, right? Well, now we got the 30% more inventory across our footprint, and the buyers are coming out. So I think we're going to have a really great opportunity. Every top producer and every agent I've talked to is like, I got listings, they're stacking. I got listings, they're stacking. I think those buyers are coming for them. We're going to call back on Corey because he's the only one that's bold enough to talk to us today. The rest of y'all are hiding. And Sarah's right now, her job is going to be to tell people who we're going to pick on after Corey. So, Corey, what's up, my man?
Unmute yourself, Corey.
You got to, Bethany's got to ask her. Or Justin, there you go.
All right, there I go. Thank you. Once again, I will take the time if everyone else is going to give it to me. The last 3 weeks have been awesome. The calls are coming in, much different than I think January last year. Normally I always tell people normally around the third week of January is when it starts, people get back into the buying and selling mode. But I mean, I feel like the first week of January, I started getting those calls. So things, and then it just hasn't stopped. So bringing on a lot of sellers, bringing on a lot of buyers. I'm not having really conversations with the buyers about interest rates. None of them are really bringing up the interest rates are higher or anything. I mean, obviously they're talking about payment, but they know it is what it is. So not even having those conversations. I am charging the difference on the buyers if, with my commission, if it's not being co-opted, those conversations are a lot easier too. So they understand. I mean, I just signed up a buyer yesterday who fired the previous buyer's agent. And he already done the groundwork about paying the difference. So
there you go.
That's good. But, a lot of agents are not taking the time to explain things.
Are you seeing that people are having to pay a difference? Because the stats I'm seeing every week are, 90.
I think probably a lot of agents are probably not asking.
Yeah.
Asking, and they're not prepping them on the front end. Hey, this is a possibility.
Yeah.
And I don't always do it on every client, but I do it where I think, I can get it. So in many of those cases, I am getting it, or I am negotiating with the seller to pay it.
Okay.
And if I'm bringing them a good offer, the house has been on the market for a while, they are paying it. So
yeah,
it's wise to add.
We're seeing that for the most part. We're seeing that. I just had a big thing pop up on the screen here and distracted me. We're seeing that it looks like 75 to 80% of contracts every week are getting 2.5% or 3% on the buy side, which is great. We're seeing about maybe 10 or 15 that are getting 2%. Only maybe 5% of people are getting less than 2% on those contracts. It seems like the sellers are willing to get included in those contracts at a good commission more times than not, which is good.
And I'm often on my listings. I'm often, people are asking for 3. So the buyer's agents on my listing, they're not reaching out to me and asking me what the co-op fees. They're just sending 3. I got to negotiate it back down. But you are getting a lot of agents when I'm on the listing side. I get a lot of buyer's agents who are asking the seller to pay the total of 3.
And it shouldn't be about the contract negotiations should be about the terms, not your rate, right? So as listing agents out there, I would encourage you all this. You guys can do what you want, but my strong advice would be this: if the buyers and buyer agents put 3 or 2.5 or whatever that number is in there, don't make the counter about that. Make the counter about the price. Make it about the terms. Don't directly go for the person's commission rate. Go for the terms in there. That are between buyer and seller. Let the buyer agent get paid. If you go right at that commission, then you're setting it up. The sellers, the second you make that a thing, the sellers be, oh yeah, let's dig into their commission. You have the ability to decide what that structure looks like. In the response back. So I'm gonna pause real quick. Oh, David Raffigo, let's call on you because I was gonna Lynn, be ready because I'm calling on you next after my man David. David, welcome. First of all, welcome to Samson. It's your first
welcome.
Your first meeting with us. You joined in December, so great to have you and your team part of Samson now. So he's unmuted there. So how you doing, David? I love that office. It's a good logo back there. It's nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to hop on, not for so much to give any, just more to introduce myself and the team. I think they're logged in as well separately, but we're super excited joining back right in the middle of holiday season. Super excited to be part of the SamFam and start. We're going through the learning curve of Bowl Trail and Sky Slope and all that stuff, but we are really, really excited, happy with the transition so far. I just wanted to say hello.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. And David has been on the MDR board now. How many years in a row, David?
This is my third year on the board director.
Third year.
Bless your buttons.
So I love bless your buttons. Well, the other is David's a popular guy because I've been in multiple spots around town, and this is the whisper I get. I heard David joined you. Did David really join you? And I had multiple things, and I was like, yeah, he did. So you know that you're well known when I start to get those whispers about. I heard David. Did David join you? And so we are really thrilled to have your team join us, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Thank you for
so much.
having me on board as well. Love it. Love it. So you're going to see Viva Nova all over us, all over our footprint now. David's based in Vienna, is kind of where they call their own, but they work all over the place, right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome,
Yes,
awesome. Well, I'm going to call in our lovely head of education now, Miss Lynn, and we've got it's always great to talk to Lynn, but we also have an announcement for our December winners, correct?
Yes.
We've got that fourth quarter challenge going on. So if we could pop up that slide and
Unmute Lynn.
unmute yourself, Miss Lynn. Hold on, Lynn.
And you're talking, but nobody's hearing you.
Well, she's hearing her.
There.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
It's kind of like Sarah's talking and nobody's listening. Gosh, I'm just kidding.
All right. Well, I am super excited to share and announce our winners of our fourth quarter challenge for month 3, which was December. Obviously, Sean knocked it out of the park. Nipping at his heels was Connie and Denise both. So kudos to them. And I think we have the next slide as well, which shows who our overall winners, or it's all on one. Overall winners.
I don't think I have her.
Overall winners fall into that same bracket. Sean, Connie, and Denise.
Oh,
They
there
were
you go.
consistent with their 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They were consistent with their tasks and their being engaged. And I'm super excited what they've accomplished and what they've done, and their momentum is already up and going. So
It's fantastic.
And they get a couple prizes. It looks like a shout out to Helena Ashton and Tatiana Asefa in Silver Spring for also doing a great job.
Yeah.
They've got a
Yes.
couple prizes. They get a
They
get a gift certificate to the Sprint Center.
Yes.
And they get lunch with Sarah.
I was going to say lunch with Don.
I beat you to it. I beat you to it.
I'll go to lunch with you.
A one-on-one lunch with Sarah, and Sarah's buying.
And the most important thing, too, is the fact that their business will be
Yeah.
changed.
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. The real win, outside of lunch with Sarah, is 2026.
Their whole year, they're queuing up for their next 90 days of transactions, which means income to their families to support their business and their families. So kudos to you guys for putting in the work, and I can't wait to see all of your wonderful success that comes out of it.
and we are going to continue on with a first quarter challenge.
Oh.
So we got
love the challenge.
We're gonna focus on, drum roll please, doing an annual equity review. I taught the class the other day. It was great. We're going to provide the handouts, and that is what we're going to focus on for our gang for the first quarter, is to take 10 or 15 minutes with everyone you know that owns the house, regardless of whether they're been a past client or not, but to do an annual review. And there's some bonus information sheets we're going to include in that packet.
Excellent. Love it.
Lynn, give us, I did not prep you for this, but give me 2 tips that everybody should be doing to start the 2026 year to help their business get off to a great start.
2 things. First off, every Monday morning, I do a 10:30 boost call. It is 30 minutes. Shoes are optional. Dogs and cats are welcome. It is
funny.
mapping out and strategizing what your week is going to look like. Start with how many hours you're going to work that week. What are you going to do, and when are you going to do it? Just zero it in.
Love
and
it.
then the second thing is if you're a new agent to Samson and have not gone through Jumpstart, Donnie has said this multiple times. If he could make it mandatory, he would. Jumpstart is going to give you the foundation pieces that you need to build. You come to me months later, want me to put the roof on the house. I've got no foundation to build it on and to put it on.
Yeah.
So I know, and if I've got an agent who's been in this company, but they have been licensed for 20, 25, 30 years, and they go through Jumpstart and they go, oh my God, I didn't know that.
Right.
Nobody ever taught me that. Nobody explained it that way. I was missing that.
Yeah.
There you go. And then just engage. Stay consistent, but stay engaged.
Yes.
And a lot of it is about setting up your business to succeed instead of, hey, I sell a couple homes.
Right.
Or you're a
Exactly.
professional realtor running a real estate business. Make sure you're setting up that foundation, you know, in the proper way, and you're setting up your pillars in the right way so that you can build a proper business.
It's learning or remembering.
Right.
Exactly.
It doesn't, you don't have to be brand new realtors. Some of you guys could be 5, 10, 15 years in the
We've
business.
gotten a lot of
Exactly.
Or you didn't set it up
Exactly.
correctly the right way. And yeah, you've had 6 and 12 and 15 and 7 homes here and there, but you're not doing it with a set plan and a structure that is effective.
And Lynn's teaching is more about just the details. It's about community. It's about engagement. It's about accountability. That group works together really, really well to keep each other accountable, so which they start seeing business from it.
Absolutely.
And if I could take one more second to do a final shout out, I am so excited that we have officially launched the exclusive Samson Properties training of the learning trails. We, instead of just going, we got all kinds of great stuff to go to, we have actually put it in order. I've been working on this for the last several years, making sure we have a great reporting of each and every session. There's like 30, and we put them in order, labeling it as the learning trail, so it takes you exactly step by step.
So agents
What you
have
need to
no
go to
excuse.
You
next,
got no
what
excuse.
you need to go to next, and what you need to go to next. And
you-
those that are jumping on it are loving it.
I
Loving it, loving it, loving
I've
it.
got no excuse, people.
Great stuff. If your business isn't where it is, you've only got yourself to blame. Look right back in there, the person looking at you, and change what you're doing. Get into Lynn's classes. Get into building up your foundation. Get out to open house.
We can't make you prettier, but we can make you learn to.
I don't know how to come back from that, Steve. We can't make you prettier, but we can get you learned
Set a
up.
mirror looking back at you.
That's true. That's like us looking at this TV, figuring out
bad.
what we actually look like, which is rough.
You look great.
I look much better in my home mirror, I feel like. All right. So HQUs, if you haven't been one of our HQUs, we're going to, first of all, Lynn, you just got a little sneak peek of her. Lynn teaches at all of our HQUs. We've revamped these for 2026. We've got great
New content, new training,
Yep.
new you.
near you. Cardinal always teaches a class. We've got some lending classes added. Sarah and I are always on the schedule, normally around 11 to 12. We've got Lynn teaching. We've got an AI class every time with Richard most of the time, and we've got a top producer interview. We've also you're stuck with Bethany most weeks as well, but oh look, she's trying to seem innocent over there. But we've got a really great cast that comes out to teach you, pour into your business, and connect with you. So I'd encourage you to get out to these HQs. We're in Waldorf next week, White Marsh the week after that, Tyson's, Martinsburg, and then National Harbor. So the next 6 weeks, you can see where we're going to be. And we're all over the place, right? West Virginia, Northern Virginia.
Every week,
all
different
over
office
Maryland.
across the footprint.
And look, you don't have to belong to this office. You just have to be able to drive there, guys. So
And if you've got nothing else to do, get in your car, put on some pants, get in your car and go.
why does it always start with pants? Do you assume that everybody sits around their house all day in pants without pants on?
You know.
Something weird about Sarah. All right. So I'm going to close off with this.
Yes.
I'm really excited about all the things going on in the marketplace, everything going on here at Samson. I would encourage you to continue to dive in. If you're not getting what you want out of it, dive into Lynn's classes, dive into HQDUs, dive into our videos. We've got great contract classes going on if you need some contract boning up. Todd and Rolf do a great job. Mike and Steve have done a great job. Kim and Kara are all over our footprint teaching contract classes. So I'd encourage you to dive in. We've got things out there for you. Just have to dive in.
Contract classes in every jurisdiction. Understand your craft. This is the foundation for doing what you do. You've got to be knowledgeable in it.
Absolutely. Anybody else out there before we close up that want to share about the market or anything in general? Where can I find the learning class on the Nest? Bethany put that link up a little bit higher. Anybody other class? Any questions or thoughts on the market? Good, bad, or indifferent that they see out there? Going once. Going twice. Soul's lady in the second row. She's an 8, she's an 9, she's 10 on.
Oh, wow. Well, everybody
That's what it's about. Let's go. Grundy County auction.
enjoy the winter snow forecast that's coming this
No
weekend.
snow.
Go ahead and put your gloves and your snow shovels in your car because this is the best time to sell a house. When people are lazy and sitting at home, you just shovel. You get your exercise, you get your person in the house, you win the house. It's great.
There you go. Well, I think
It's
we're
funny.
continue to say thank you for all your hard work.
Yes.
2026 is going to be the best year yet ever.
It's so bright, guys.
Please continue to support us at Cardinal. Please continue to tell your friends to come meet with me if they want to learn more about this. And we give those referral rewards out to you for introducing them in our great recruiting team. We're going to continue to pour more education, more stuff, more things we've got in the hopper for you that we're really excited
We
about.
have
this year.
so many cool things coming to you.
Yes. So continue to check those weekend updates on Friday.
One thing
We try to go ahead.
before we close up. Guys, if you start seeing emails, and I will send out an email campaign on this, if you start seeing emails come out about Samson rentals, it is accurate. It is not scam or spam or any of those things. We are shifting our platform to a new platform. Rent Spree is great, and it is tied into the MLS, and that's a super easy function, but it does not do background checks and criminal checks for all 50 states. In fact, it doesn't even look at Maryland, Virginia, or West Virginia, which is the largest percentage of our footprint. So we have gone to another rental platform that we are rolling out. I will be sending out more information on how you guys access. Guys, it is going to be an extra step for a couple of months until we get it tied into the MLS of you copying the link and putting it into MLS, whereas Bright just automatically populates. But they are allowing us to do this because this is more important to cover our clients and make sure that we're doing it the right way, and to have the checks and the backgrounds just to reduce that liability for you as the agent, for us as the company, and for the owner in their property to do those background checks that are more consistent and complete. So that is going to be coming out. Just if you see those emails while we're testing and launching, know that it's not spam. I don't need a million emails. It's great. I'm going to send out a campaign shortly with training.
There you go.
Thank you.
So one more tip from Miss Moorman there, but thank you all. It's everything's going fantastic. We've got so much great stuff planned for you this year. Get out there, get to the open houses, work hard, buy and sell, work with those buyers, work with those sellers, and bring them a Cardinal Title Group. It's going to be an amazing year. Sarah and I are always here for you. If you need anything, please reach out, and we'll do the best to take care of you. We're going to make this the best year yet. See everybody soon, and take care.
Bye-bye.